Ladies. I am here tonight on the show, and I want to take this time to talk about the NFL draft. And oh my lord, we saw some, for the most part, I thought we saw some good moves, but I thought we also saw some terrible moves tonight. Unbelievable. Let's look around. So the first pick, Kyler Murray, quarterback out of Oklahoma, Heisman winner. Okay, I don't completely agree with this move. You got Josh Rosen, who I think if you can just get him an offensive line, I think he can actually do some good stuff. I saw him playing UCLA. I was a big fan of him when he played UCLA. I think you just got to put weapons around the man, and he can actually be good. I think they gave up on the guy too fast, and now it's going to be interesting to see what they do with both Josh Rosen and Kyler Murray. I guess Kyler Murray seems to fit in Kingsbury's system a lot better. So I guess the future of that franchise is Kyler Murray. I would have drafted Joey Bosa or Quentin Williams instead, but whatever. All right, so then the next pick is Nick Bosa, probably one of the best defensive linemen in this class. Good job right there, San Francisco. I like that move. Good job. Second, you can argue another top defensive lineman in this class, Quentin Williams. Again, very good player out of Alabama. Then, again, another stupid move here. The Raiders. What the fuck are you doing, Raiders? What the hell are the Raiders doing? You got Josh Allen, defensive lineman from Kentucky, still available. You got Devin White, linebacker out of LSU, who could end up being the best linebacker in this draft. And instead you go with Cillian Farrell, defensive lineman. If you were going to draft a defensive lineman, why the fuck didn't you fucking draft Josh Allen? I don't understand this. You want a defensive lineman? Don't you want the best defensive lineman available? Then the best defensive lineman available was Josh Allen out of Kentucky, not Farrell. What the fuck? It's common sense. I don't understand that one. Then Tampa Bay, good job. Probably drafting the best linebacker in this draft, Devin White out of LSU. Good job. Then the worst move of the night, New York, looking for a franchise quarterback. Instead of drafting Dwayne Haskins, the best quarterback left in this class, they go with probably one of the worst quarterbacks in this class, in Daniel Jones. What the fuck are you thinking, New York? What the hell are you honestly thinking? The only thing I can think of is you want to suck again next year and you want to have another top 10 draft pick and maybe next year you want to get Tui Tuipulotu. I don't get what the fuck you're doing right here. I really don't. Daniel Jones? This guy's trash. What the fuck are you thinking, New York? I don't really understand this one either. I'm what the fuck is New York thinking? Oakland and New York, what the fuck are you thinking? You're in the top freaking 10 picks. It's common sense. Oakland, you want a defensive lineman? Take Josh Allen. He's way better than what the fuck you got. Same thing, New York, you want a quarterback? Take Dwayne Haskins. It's common sense. And these teams still find a way to screw it up. How stupid can you be? Oh. And then you got Jacksonville, which I don't really understand this one at all. I thought you would either go offensive line here or receiver and to help Nick Foles out. Instead, you add to your loaded defense. Okay, whatever, but you get a very good player in Josh Allen, defensive lineman out of Kentucky. I like the move, but I don't love it. You're already loaded on defense. Why not get offensive line for Nick Foles or wide receiver? I don't get it. Whatever. Next, you got Detroit. I like this move for Detroit. I really do. I think they need weapons. They get probably the best tight end available in this class, T.J. Hickerson out of Iowa. All right, here we go. 9. Again, I like the player. Whatever. I like the player. I just think maybe they could have gone on offense instead. But whatever. They get Ed Oliver, another very good defensive lineman in this class out of Houston for Buffalo. And then the Steelers jump up in the draft, trade up to number 10 with Denver, and then they are taking Devin Bush, linebacker out of Michigan, who's probably the second best linebacker in this class after Devin White. So good job there by Pittsburgh. Everything's the whole, Ryan Shazier injury. I don't think Ryan Shazier's going to play again. I really don't. So this was probably the replacement for him. So good job right here, Pittsburgh. Next, Cincinnati. Hey, I thought for a minute they were going to take Dwayne Haskins. But no, hey, they still believe in Andy Dalton apparently. They're going to stick with him at least for one more year. And instead they get help for Andy Dalton. They get Johan Williams, offensive lineman out of Alabama. Good job. Next, 12, Green Bay get Trayshawn Gary, defensive lineman out of Michigan. Look, I would have gone secondary maybe, but hey, you did lose Clay Matthews, so you need somebody to replace Clay Matthews. So whatever. Trayshawn Gary out of Michigan for Green Bay. Next, Miami. I predicted this. I knew they were going to go defense. They're trying to lose on purpose. They won Tui Tuipulotu's next year's draft. They're going to focus completely on defense. They get Christian Wickens, defensive lineman out of Clemson. I knew it. Next, the Falcons get Chris Lindstrom, offensive lineman out of Boston College. Could have argued maybe defense, the way their defense was depleted last year, but whatever. They instead go offensive line, Christian Lindstrom. And then Washington finally gets Dwayne Haskins at 15. Finally, they get him. Be interesting to see. I had a feeling ever since Casey Keenum went there, I told you he's most likely not their answer at franchise quarterback. And they finally told us today, no, he is not. The future at franchise quarterback is Dwayne Haskins. Good job, Washington. Next, 16, Carolina gets Brian Burns, linebacker out of Florida State. We'll see. I don't know about that move. Maybe to replace what's his name? Davis. I don't know. We'll see. Next, New York again they draft Derek Lawrence, defensive lineman out of Clemson. A little bit better of a pick, much better actually, here in 17 for New York. But whatever. Next, you got Minnesota, Garrett Bradbury, center, offensive lineman out of North Carolina State. It's all right, whatever pick. Tennessee, Jeffrey Simpson, defensive lineman out of Mississippi State. Not surprised. Tennessee loves their defensive linemen. Next, you got Denver getting Noah Fant, tight end. I'm not sure about him, but whatever. We'll see how he works out. Next, Green Bay, they finally focus on the secondary, and they get Darnell Savage out of Maryland. They finally focus on the defense. Next, you got Philadelphia focusing on Andre Dillard, offensive lineman out of Washington State. If Philadelphia was going to be interesting, they were probably either going to go, secondary here, or offensive line. They go offensive line to try to continue to keep Carson Wentz upright. So, whatever. Good move right there. Next, you got Houston. We all knew Houston had one of the worst offensive linemen last year. So they try to address it with Titus Howard, offensive lineman out of Alabama State. I'm not sure how good he is, but hey, at least they're trying to address it. Next, you got the Raiders. Marshawn Lynch retiring last night. Right away, they replace him with Josh Jacobs, running back out of Alabama, by far the best running back in this class. Next, you got 25. Finally, the first wide receiver of the class gets picked, Marquise Brown by out of Oklahoma by the Ravens. Finally, get a weapon for Lamar Jackson. Next, 26, Montez Sweat, defensive lineman out of Mississippi State, goes to 26 to the Washington. This is a guy who really dropped. Apparently had a heart condition. He should have been probably a top 10 pick. He ended up falling all the way to 26. The very good player. I think he's going to be one of the most, he could be the steal of the draft so far. Next, you got Raiders with their 27 pick. They go with Jonathan Abraham, secondary. Good job addressing that defense. And then 28, the Chargers go with Jerry Tilter, defensive lineman out of Notre Dame. Those Notre Dame players usually seem to work out, so good job. And then Seattle goes, I thought they were going to go offensive line here, but they ended up going defensive line with L.J. Collar, defensive lineman out of TCU. And then, again, New York traded up to get a third pick in the draft. And they ended up picking DeAndre Baker, cornerback out of Georgia. Good move right there. I thought New York, their first pick was absolutely trash, but their 17 and 30 pick were pretty good, I would say. And then you got the Falcons trading back up, getting Khalid McCary, offensive lineman out of Washington. So they did get that offensive lineman. They got 2 offensive linemen, didn't they? Atlanta, yeah, they got 2 offensive linemen. So hey, I'm surprised they didn't go defense in either of these in these 2 picks, but whatever. They go offensive line. And then last pick, you got N'Keal Harry, wide receiver out of Arizona State by New England. I'm very surprised. I thought New England was either going to go maybe wide receiver, but instead, what's his name? What's his name? The wide receiver. I still got my notes over here. What's his name? I thought they were going to go with let me see here. I thought they were going to go with, what's his name? DK Metcalf, wide receiver. I thought they were going to go with him instead. And instead they ended up going with N'Keal Harry out of Arizona State, whatever. I thought they would go, I thought they were going to go with DJ Metcalf. I really did, but whatever. Whatever. Now the player that, Johan, he did, okay, hold on. All right, yeah, so that's probably, there's still some good player available. There still is. There's still some good player availables. Like I just said it. DK Metcalf is still available. Very good wide receiver. Probably the best wide receiver available. You still have a bunch of running backs. You still got Drew Lock, the running back out of Missouri. You still have some pretty good players available here. Let's see. It's Johan Taylor, I believe, still available. Offensive lineman. I mean, you still got a lot of one of the first picks in the second row is probably going to be DK Metcalf and Drew Lock, I would say. But we will see what happens tomorrow night. And so like I said, the losers are by far New York. I don't know why the hell they took Daniel Jones. I really don't. The winners are probably Washington with them getting Montez Sweat and Dwayne Hawkins. They're probably the winners of this draft class. So yeah, so far the losers are New York. The winners are Washington in my mind. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, until next time, I am out like a light. I will see you tomorrow. I will see you all tomorrow, okay? Have a good night.